I'm here near Jonesboro, Arkansas, where Helena Ag is helping local farmers tackle the growing season head-on. From crop protection to seed recommendations and precision ag, their team is in the field every day making sure growers get the most out of every acre. It's not a job you do from behind a desk. It's hands-on, fast-paced, and all about solving real problems in real time. My day starts, like most do for Helena's agronomy team, in the truck, headed out to meet with a local farmer. Today I'm riding along with Stephen to see what it takes to keep things growing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Kara Hart with Brownfield.
Stephen Leininger with Helena.
Stephen, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for inviting me along for the day.
Absolutely happy to have you along.
Tell me a little bit about what we're going to do today.
We're going to head out to JFG Farms here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We're going to go talk with Forrest Grisham and kind of check up on some of the rice fields that he's got planted. And we need to check on it because we had a big issue with Italian ryegrass. It's a troublesome weed for us here in Arkansas and other mid-south states, and we kind of identified it last year as a big issue, and we came up with a good burn down program. So we're gonna go check it out, make sure that everything looks good, and probably record some scouting events in our GIS software to document it.
As we head down the road, I wanted to learn more about how Helena is using data to drive decisions in the field. So I asked Stephen how technology is helping them serve farmers more effectively.
Helena does such a good job working with growers to give them really good data to use. How many farmers are eager to adapt and implement solutions on their farms after reviewing the data that's been gathered and making different choices on that?
The adoption's high because the proof is in the pudding, right? And when the farmer can see that, it's his field, and he remembers seeing the ryegrass growing in the field, and then he remembers, the combine monitor showing him, that he was harvesting good soybeans, good corn, good rice, and then all of a sudden when he hits that ryegrass spot and you watch that yield monitor just drop.
Yeah. It's
those meetings that we have with them to remind them of what happened during the year, because a lot of time has passed in, but we want to learn from that previous crop so we can have a better one. So look, there's a pretty good shot there. You can see how thick it is in those spots, and so that shows up on a yield map really well. So the farmers, they adopt what we'll show them because they know it's on their acre. I mean, they know that data came off of their combine, and it jogs their memory. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember how bad that ryegrass was, and everything comes back to price. It's, well, how much is it going to cost to treat that? But when you can show them from data from their farm that, hey, this is how much yield you're losing from this ryegrass infestation, then adopting like a fall herbicide spray, something that would normally not be in their swing of what they would do, they can justify it and say, okay, yeah, like that's something that I need to go do.
Stephen showed me how data helps guide decisions, but now it's time to see that information in action. We pulled into the farm to meet the grower and take a closer look at what's happening in the field.
Forrest, what's up?
Not much.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Hi, this is Kara.
Hey, Forrest. Kara Hart, Brownfield Ag News.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having us on the farm today.
Yes, pleasure to come.
So look, we were just at the Helena store in Bay. Kara was asking me kind of like what I did for Helena and what that looks like, and so I kind of shared with her about our whole farm program and the data that we collect on your farm, and you've been a participant of that for, I guess, at least 5 years now, right? Yeah. And so anyway, I was explaining to her how we collect this data and trying to give her a good picture of how all that works. So I figured what better way than to come to a farm and kind of show her like what it actually looks like. So if you've got time this morning, as you carry right over to More North, where we kind of put that herbicide program together to attack the ryegrass, and let's check it out and see how it looks. Kara, this is what we were kind of talking about earlier. This is one of the forest rice fields, and we had dealt with that Italian ryegrass on it last year, and as you can see, I mean, it looks really great right now. It's in good shape, and so we're able to identify visually that there's ryegrass in the field. I mean, when Forrest is out here, I mean, he's seeing the ryegrass. Genaro knows it's a problem.
Genaro is Forrest's longtime loyal farmhand.
There's always a cost to something on the farm, and so like, is it worth that cost to implement, especially like a new application, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, this is kind of just, I guess, the fruit of the program as far as identifying something, being able to come up with a good herbicide program, implementing it, and then planting the crop the following year.
I needed a closer look. Let's head down into the field.
So Forrest is, he will not brag on himself, but he's very intelligent. He's really good with technology. You get him in there around all his GPS on his tractors and stuff, and he can really show you some things. But he does a really good job keeping up with his planting dates on AI 360. He'll enter all that in. So like as he's going across the field, he's really good about, putting in what variety it was, what seeding rate he put in there, and then he captures that planting date right away. And all that's super critical to what we were talking about earlier, like that end of the year meeting.
Yeah.
So we've got these accurate plant dates. We don't just have this, well, we started on May 5th and we ended May 10th. I mean, if it was planted on May 5th or May 6th, I mean, we have got that exact date. And so when we run the analysis at the end of the year, I mean, we can really see a difference that those days made. And you may not think it's a big difference, but when we can run those weather reports on AI 362, and you can look at how much rainfall or how many heat units accumulated on a particular field, it'll really kind of blow your mind, and it helps you to understand why the yield was what it was. Because I think for so long we just kind of looked at like yield at like face value. We're like, okay, we cut X amount of bushels on a rice field. But and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the difference that agri-intelligence and collecting this data on his operation has done is it kind of takes it from we're farming these bushels on a field basis to understanding why we ended up with that final yield that we did.
You think the data, like having access to the data, shifts your mindset as a grower? So you're no longer just a farmer, but you're a farm manager, and you are really taking calculated risks and making better decisions?
It makes the calculation easier because, I mean, you can look at the computer screen and you, like I said, it's easier to see. You can compare it to previous years. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
It was a great stop.
Yeah, seeing what we're doing. A lot going on. Farming's changed a bunch, but it's neat to see the evolution of it.
I think what fascinates me the most is how much farming has evolved. When I was growing up, I grew up on a farm. It always seemed like you farmed because your family farmed, and there wasn't as much, at least where I grew up, not as much data used to really drive decisions, or at least as specific data. And now it just seems like farmers can have the opportunity to take a look at that and learn from it and grow and really be calculated in the decisions that they make. They've switched from being just purely farmers to farm managers, and that, to me, that's big.
With the field visit wrapped up, we hit the road back to Helena's Jonesboro location. From here, Stephen would usually connect with branch manager Bill Ballard to review the data, walk through what they saw, and build a game plan tailored to that farm's needs. I also wanted to ask Bill about Helena's product, Grounded.
You talk about products. Let's talk a little bit about some of the products that are being used in this area that are Helena products. Tell me more about Grounded, what it does and what benefits it provides.
Well, Grounded, we use Grounded. It probably the main reason we use it is it keeps the pre-emerge herbicides from leaching through the soil, keeps them in the top layer of the soil where the seed bank is, and it keeps the weeds from germinating with the herbicide there. You also get some secondary benefits. It acts as a crop oil, and we do get some drift control with that product. So it's a really good product for us with pre-emerge herbicides and the wind we have here in northeast Arkansas.
a lot of this data that we've gathered and the scouting that we've recorded in AI 360, we've come up with good recommendations to go forward with, and so that's where it gets turned over to Bill and all his folks here to bring stuff out of the warehouse, and it's up to us to get it applied.
Bill, we talked to Forrest about some of the nutrient work that he was doing, some of the tissue sampling that was going on. How soon does a tissue sample come back, and how soon will you all start working on what that might mean for him and getting him those products he needs to keep his crop looking good?
I think this week they pulled his corn tissue samples, so I'm expecting those back probably tomorrow. So once we get them back, I'll go meet with him and we'll go over the results, and depending on what his needs are, we'll apply the proper nutritionals in with his herbicide application to fulfill those needs.
Spending the day with Helena gave me a whole new appreciation for the work that goes into supporting farmers. It's a mix of science, strategy, and a whole lot of time in the field, and it's clear that for this team, success starts with relationships and ends with results.